Hi guys, Michael here from BM Project Solutions. Today we will be just checking back on sustainability and innovation, how the two converge with one another. Also, yes, this is my first vlog in a very long time, so if you've looked at or watched my previous videos, you will see that they take back way back, and I've just been a bit busy with studies and also looking at new ventures into my business and so forth. So, yes, I do apologize for anyone who is following me at this moment or subscribe to my channel. So, yes, I'm going to try and post at least one video per month or per week or however soon I possibly can. But I want to keep you guys in the loop with my train of thought and the knowledge that I gain throughout my days and my career and so forth. So, yes, let's get right into it. So, let's first look at and explore sustainability for a moment. I mean, we all have this notion that sustainability is just how sustainable your business actually is and how profitable it is and what it actually does for itself, and is it, can it run by itself without the owner present? And yes, it is all of those things, but sustainability in a business, in the business world, is actually just a bit more than that. I mean, it's how we use the resources that we have now, and how do we leave those resources behind for future generations to come. And this comes down to your going green, your carbon footprint, and things like that. And yes, this plays a big role in terms of the sustainability of your business, because I mean, if resources are scarce, this is where your innovation is going to come in. If you are utilizing, if you are abusing resources, like for example, if you using a lot of fuel in your business in terms of transportation and traveling, you need to look at innovative ways in terms of how do you get your services to your customers, and how do you service those areas, or how do you get everything, how do you do certain things with as little as possible. That is how sustainability actually works, because we need to bear in mind that we only have one planet. So I mean, I don't want to sound like a ecologist or geologist or any of those guys. I mean, it's not my forte, it's not my area of expertise. But I mean, you see all these videos being published on your Facebooks and your Instagrams and things like that, and it makes you wonder what we're actually doing to our planet. So yes, so that's basically how my concept of sustainability actually unfolds, and how it actually works, and that's what I try to instill in my own businesses. And this is a way of life. This is not just in your business, it has to be in your daily life. I mean, we need to see how we utilize plastic, for example, effectively, and how do we use paper effectively. I mean, I have a paperless business. I try not to sign any contracts on written paper. I do everything electronically, because I mean, the technology exists, it's there, utilize it. There are a lot of free applications that are out there that will allow you to do this, to get your business off the ground. You don't necessarily have to pump in a lot of money into buying all these software technology, gadgets and things like that. So try and do as much with as little as possible. That's just my understanding, and that's what my business actually thrives on. That's what my business actually exploits, is that we want to do the most with as little as possible for you and your business. And this is where the innovation comes in, because that's why I said innovation and sustainability would converge in my opinion. And it's how you it's what we're going to do with the resources that we have at hand. So an example of this, I would say, is you have a little you starting up a construction company, for example. Like, you want to start tiling people's houses, you wanting to do bathrooms, plumbing, you want to build, you just want to extend a few houses here and there. You don't want to do anything major as yet, because I mean, you're a small business. You want to start somewhere. And I mean, you're the only person in this business at the moment, because you are the owner. And I mean, you have the skills, that you have the know-how of how to do these things. And I mean, looking at the fact that we are in South Africa, and you just take a look at your builders warehouse stores, your Chamberlains, your South Africas, your CTMs. You have all these, what do we call them, freelancers, sitting out there stating that they can do tiling, they can do plumbing, they can do construction, they can do this, they can do that. They have a lot of traits out there, and it's for you to now exploit that. And I mean, I'm not saying this as a negative connotation. I mean, I'm saying this in all positive essence of the word, that exploit, because not only you're not exploiting their skills, you're basically giving them an opportunity to put food on their tables, giving them an opportunity to help you grow your business so that you can actually start employing them full time. And this is where you would actually become innovative, and this is where you would actually start becoming sustainable, because you're not going to go and buy all this equipment and everything. Because remember, some of these guys actually sit on the side of the road, readily available, with their own tools like tile cutters, with drills, sanders, grinders, whatever it is that they are into. So let's say, for example, you on your way to, you have a client that you need to go and see, and you know for a fact that doing this job on your own might take 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks, for example. Whereas if you had someone on hand that can actually help you with this, it might actually take 1 week or maybe 1.5 weeks, depending on rain or where you're building, what it is that you are going to be doing. And so you would actually approach one of these guys, and this is where you would actually use your exploitation skills. And like I said, don't look at it as a negative thing. Don't look at it as, oh, I'm just exploiting people. You're actually helping them, because at the same time, this individual is going to tag along with you, and you're going to go and work at this individual's, at your customer's client's house or premises or whatever it is you're going to go and do. This will then also give you an eye to see if this individual actually can do the work that they set out that they can do. And let's just say, for example, that this is a positive thing. This individual actually performs, and he can actually do a good job, an excellent job, and he's helped you professionally in what you were doing. Now comes the time where you can actually say to yourself, listen, you told me you charge X amount for a day or for the job or whatever the case may be. Now you actually start negotiating with him and saying, listen, I want to take you on future jobs with me. Can I get your contact details? And then we can set up something where I can start utilizing you more on a permanent basis. You can still freelance in your spare time, but it's more, I want to start utilizing your services. You can help me. And as the client base increases, as your customers start increasing, because remember, this is only going to add positiveness to your business. You being good, by you giving, you are definitely going to receive something in return, and that's where your customers come in, because this guy's going to work for you, he's going to do things for you, and your business is going to start thriving. Because think about it this way, you don't have any obligation. You don't, right now, this guy is technically still a freelancer working for you. He's basically on call to you. You don't have to physically pay him a salary every month, because your business has just started up. So you need to look at things like that, because that's just a way of thinking innovatively now. And exploiting resources to the best of your abilities. And I'm not, like I said, let's not look at exploitation in a negative connotation here. So now you're sitting with a situation where this individual actually agrees to that, but you have paid him. So you say to him, listen, I have another 2 jobs that are lined up, and it entails X, Y, and Z. Would you like to join me and we can do this? Can we work out a rate X, Y, and Z? And obviously, with it being 2 jobs, he's not going to say no. You then inform him that, listen, in your spare time, you can still go and freelance. You can still do other jobs. You're not physically employed with me. You're not permanently employed with me. We haven't signed any contracts, nothing. So at the same time that you are helping him, he's helping you. You know what I mean? And now your business starts to grow, and you see that you have more customers on a regular basis. Now you can start drawing up small contracts with this individual, saying that, listen, I need you more on a permanent basis. I need you here more effectively, and I need you around X, Y, and Z. So you will figure that out with him, his timelines, and so forth. He can still freelance. You give him that option, because you don't want to hold him down to your business and so forth, and be full on responsible for someone's income. So this then also gives him the sense of feeling that he's actually acquired a full-time job, which is very scarce out there. And now you are obviously sharing knowledge. So this is where your knowledge transfer comes in, and knowledge transfer is very important with innovation and sustainability, because if we don't transfer the knowledge that we have, how do you expect people to actually work in your organization? So let's say, for example, this business continues to grow, and you've employed this person full-time now, for example. You can then ask him. He's now your go-to guy to say, listen, you used to sit on that corner at the Builders Warehouse or at the Tile Africa, wherever I actually found you. Tell me, of your friends or colleagues that used to sit there with you, who do you think is the best plumber or the best carpenter, because those are the fields that your business is actually growing into now. And he will actually be able to pinpoint, I worked with this guy before and I believe he can work well. So now you bring this individual on board as a temp. So you start that whole process once again as a temp, bring him in, sit them down and say, listen, this is the job that we have to do. We need to do X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, this guy does not just do, let's say, for example, carpentry or plumbing. You start transferring knowledge of how to actually do electrical work, how to do tiling, how to do X, Y, and Z. So you transfer knowledge across the board so that in the event that someone is absent or someone is off ill or this guy cannot join you on that specific venture that you are going on to go and construct or fix someone's house or do something, you now have an individual that has taken knowledge from someone else and can go and apply it in their absence, because this guy's going to be back at work in the next 2 days. This project that you're running is probably for over a week, so you may be short of skills in terms of, you may be short of employees, but you're not short of skills, because the knowledge transfer is there, because he's taught the next individual what he doesn't know or what he knows and what the individual never knew, and that individual that's now with you on the premises can actually perform the duties that the absentee employee would have performed. So that's how you actually incorporate sustainability, that's how you incorporate innovation, and that's how you actually sustain your business. Because I'm not saying that you're going to just go out there and exploit people and exploit their skills and stuff like that as a negative thing. Think of it as a positive, because this is how your business will start growing. This is where you would actually start seeing that, listen, I can start doing this now. Because I'm in construction, I can start doing plumbing. I can start doing paving of roads. Because there's someone that's saying, sitting on the side of the road, they're saying that he can pave roads. Utilize those skills to grow your business. And in doing so, as your business grows and you start bringing in more people, you start, these individuals that you had at the first level, you start making them like little team leaders or little managers of these. Give them a sense of responsibility. Show them that you actually have a vested interest in them, and that they actually contribute positively to your business. Make them feel like they're part of a bigger picture. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but yes, you would actually find out that your business would actually thrive a lot more if you actually make sure that you look at all the areas where you can improve, look at your shortfalls, look at your pros, look at your cons, work on those innovations in your business. Try and cut costs everywhere you possibly can. I'm not saying cutting costs means getting rid of employees. That's not what I'm saying. If you are implementing or improving a system, for example, and there was an individual that used to do that job and now it's automated, don't just let that individual go. You now have another resource that you can utilize elsewhere that can most probably benefit you in many ways. By giving this person a sense of hope that, listen, I've improved that system, but I'm not getting rid of you. I want to try and utilize you as best I possibly can. Let's work together and see what we need and what the business is lacking in. Do you have any ideas? Ask your employees if they have any ideas, because the best ideas come from the people that are working on the ground. The people that are doing the physical job daily. And you will see that this is how your business is actually going to start growing. This is how your business is going to start moving forward in the right direction, because you have people that are putting in their time, their effort, and reward them, incentivize them for their ideas, for their hard work. I can guarantee you now that a rewarded individual will never ever leave your side for any shape. You will be there till the bitter end. No matter what your company is going to, that individual will not leave you. You will have loyal employees, and that is how you create a sustainable future. That is how you create an innovative culture within your organization. That's just my belief, and that's my understanding of sustainability and innovation. I know there's a lot of people out there, professors and people with doctorates and PhDs, that can actually explain their side to it, but this is what I've taken away from what I've learned in terms of sustainability, in terms of innovation, and how do we implement those in our organizations and our daily lives, but it's also our values and our value system and how we live. And I mean, that'll be in my next vlog. I mean, that's what I want to speak about, is our values and how that now ties into your sustainability and your innovation. But from BM Project Solutions and myself, I want to say welcome back and thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video.